well, 5 times 5 is 25.
You should add this in.
And you add 25 here to make it happen, and then over here, and this turns into 45.
It's fine.
Remember, if you're both getting stuck, call me over.
I guess.
Yeah. Did you watch the video?
I only looked on Friday and I must have looked too early because I didn't see it.
I uploaded it like at, I would say 8:30.
In the morning? Because I didn't think I saw it because then I just looked before morning and I saw it there, but I didn't get time to work on
Did you look on Thursday or Friday?
Friday.
Well, what about on Thursday, right? No, did you, on the date on Schoology, did you look at the Thursday date or the Friday date?
That's a good question.
Okay. There definitely wouldn't have been anything on there for Friday.
What did you guys do Friday?
I was gone. And the 3 people who are here, I believe, had some extra time to work on their homework or at City Hall. Ryan, you already got yours, Avery didn't. There's some other notes, Avery, although you can find, if I know you, you're going to want to take the first one. Yep.
And that, my pipe, and then Ryan just, vertical. Just bring it out.
These take a little while, the completing the square problems, until you kind of get what you're doing. And then they go a lot faster, and your homework is 4 of them. So, and it's the last part of that big assignment we've been working on. And then we're done. This is one of my least favorite lessons to teach you, because I do think it's one of the slowest ways to do it, and kind of silly, but it is tested when you do college entrance exams and on the ACTs, so here I am. Okay, who wants to come up here? Talk to your partner. One, 2, 3. Oh, we were going to, but now we're not. You're good? Three. Avery coming too, or is it just the 2 of you? It can be all 3 of you or 2 of you, your call.
I would 3 do anyways.
Okay, now you both tried hot dog and hated it, and I'd like to remind you of that before you both get hot dogs again.
I didn't hate it. I don't like it. It's different.
Alright, explain away.
Okay, so first off, just write the equation so we don't forget stuff, which I do that. And now we gotta move the 20 over. Now we write out our box. Place the x squared. We split up the 10x. And then we try to find the variables, which is x and then 5 for both sides, which equals 25. And now we add 25 to each side.
Let me see how.
So it's x squared plus 10x plus 25. And the other side is 20 plus 25. And then we can, well, let's go simplify the x squared, the one side into x plus 5 times square root, or not square root, so we're to the power of 2 in parentheses. No, on the outside of the, there we go, equals 45 squared, or not, just 45 for now. And now we can square root both of them. And now we have to add the plus and minus also so we don't forget. Yeah, you can make a new line.
Where do you add that?
Just before the 45.
Right.
Equals plus or minus 45. Or square root of 45. Yes, sorry, my bad. And then the square root of 45 can be split up into 9 and 5. And then 9 is 3. And since there's a pair there, we can bring it outside of it. Now,
It's 5. Should I just write what the answer is?
you kind of got to, yeah. Alright, yeah. We forgot the x on the one side. And now we gotta move the 5 over, so the x is by itself. So then it equals x equals 5, or negative 5, plus or minus 3 times the square root of 5.
Thanks.
What's the rule about that? Isn't it like a certain amount at a time? Out. I mean, what is the rule?
5. Lucky. All right. Last one we're doing is going to be a little bit of a challenge. And you're going to have to tell me why. In fact, I'm going to do this problem, but I'm going to give a prize to one person who can tell me what is so hard about this problem. X squared plus 5x minus 13 equals 0. I'm going to give you a second to think before somebody just shouts it out. What's so hard about this one compared to what we've been doing before?
If you divide 5.
Sam's like, we're doing it. Go ahead, Sam. It's a decimal, yeah. Now, a lot of teachers... What?
Or an improper fraction.
Right. A lot of teachers will tell you that you need to write it as 5 over 2. But I don't see why we need to just leave it as a fraction. So I say we just use decimals and do the exact same process. Sam, go get a prize. All right. So we're going to do the same process. First thing, x squared plus 5x plus something. And I'm moving over this 13 on this side. 13 plus something. I'm going to fill that in a minute. Are you doing it? Okay.
I smell it. It smells fresh.
Okay. Next, we're making a box. X squared goes here. What should I write here? 2.5x and 2.5x. And most books you would see would do 5 over 2x instead. I don't see why. .5 times 2.5, anybody know? Yeah? 6.25. Did you do it on your calculator?
No,
Do you know that 25 times 25 is 625?
no, I just know that 2.5,
You're awesome, Philip. That is very impressive. None of us, nope. I knew that 25 times 25 was 625, and then I would have moved the decimal twice, but nope, I'm not as good at Philip as decimals. All right, so what's the thing that we completed the square with? Do you hate it? Do you hate your pickle candy?
I just reminded myself how I don't like pickles.
What? Spit it out.
I
already did.
Did you get gum?
Yeah.
Okay. Man. So we're adding 625 on both sides. And then I'm going to rewrite it. This is x plus 2.5 squared equals what? 19.25? And then obviously we don't want to break this one down because it's a decimal anyway. So I'm just going to put a square root on both sides. I'm going to write x plus 2.5 equals plus or minus the square root of 19.25. And then what's my last step? Minus 2.5, so x equals negative 2.5 plus or minus the square root of 19.25. Again, most books would tell you that that needs to remain in fractions. This is fractions, that's fractions. And then they would make you not only break down the top, but then also rationalize the denominator on the bottom. And frankly, this type of problem where it can't be split up evenly almost never comes up in your testing. And I have never seen a situation where completing the square is used in real life. The only reason why I am doing this section at all, because I agree with you, Natalie, that this seems kind of pointless because it's the hardest one to do. You can always use the quadratic formula, right? The reason why I think that we have to do this is because do you know what college entrance exams are?
It places you on classes.
Right. Right. It might say, ooh, you need to go back and take some remedial classes, or it might say you're ready for calculus, or if you've already taken calculus, it might say you're ready for calculus too. When I was in high school, I took calculus in high school, and I got placed into calculus in college, so I had to take it again, and I should have, because